Okay, so today's story time is about one of the worst hackers I have ever seen in my entire life. I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's jump right into it. So this story time takes place 3 months ago. Yeah, pretty recent story time. Now it all started as a normal Thursday morning. I woke up, I was working on a video, I was just chilling, and while I was working on my video, I get a text message. A text message from a very familiar number. And I look at it and I had to double take to make sure that the number was correct. And the text message itself read, "I am watching you, dot dot dot." And when I read that, I was like, wow, that's really, really creepy. And then I saw the phone number and I was like, oh no. The phone number that texted me was my own phone number. Somebody got into my phone and was texting me from my own number. So upon realizing this, I started freaking out because I realized that I'm hacked. That somebody probably called my phone provider and got their way into my phone account and was messaging me from my own phone number. So yeah, it says that they were watching me. So I replied and I said, "Who is this?" And of course they didn't tell me who it was. They just said, "Your worst nightmare," which was really corny. This hacker was texting in one of the corniest ways ever. Like, come on, man. If you're going to try and scare me, don't say that you're my worst nightmare. Like, that's some stuff like straight out of a cheesy movie. So I was like, seriously, who is this? And they responded again and said, "I told you, your worst nightmare." It just got cornier and cornier. So I stopped entertaining it. I just didn't reply. I couldn't block it. It's my own phone number. Like, I don't think you can block your own number. At least I didn't try to. So I ignore it. And they keep texting me. They're like, "Don't ignore me, Austin. Don't ignore me. You're done if you ignore me. Like, your life's going to be over if you ignore me any longer." So I had to respond because I didn't know what he was going to do. So I respond. I'm like, "What do you want?" And they go, $1,000 sent to this Cash App address. So I respond. I'm like, "I'm not sending you money, dude. Sorry. Do what you will, but I'm not sending you any money." And they respond and they go, "Okay, fine, have it your way." And I read that and I was like, what? Have it your way? Like, what is this dude? Like fucking Burger King? And I didn't say that, but I was thinking it. But at this point, I'm getting kind of nervous because clearly this dude knows what he's doing and I needed some help. So I hit up one of my friends who's not really a hacker, but he knows more about that stuff than I do. And he's kind of in that little scene. So I hit him up. I'm like, "Yo, dude, there's this dude that is texting me from my own phone number. I'm guessing he like SIM swapped me or something and called my phone provider. And yeah, he's texting me from my own number. Can you please help me?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got you. I'm going to come over." I'm like, "All right, sounds good." So my friend pulls up. He reads the messages. And he's like, "Okay, let me see that Cash App address." So I send him this dude's Cash App, the hacker that was threatening me. And my friend does a basic search on Google of the username itself and finds a Twitter account and an Instagram account with the same name that belonged to the hacker. And we knew it was the same dude because on the Twitter, the hacker was bragging that he had my phone number and was tweeting out screenshots of us typing back and forth. So after my friend found this dude's Twitter, he scrolled all the way to the very beginning of his tweets. 4 years in the past. He went 4 years down. And the very first photo the hacker ever posted on Twitter was a screenshot of his own phone number and his own real name. Now, I don't know what kind of hacker uses their old real-life Twitter as their current hacker Twitter, but that's not really a good idea because clearly he forgot to delete old past personal stuff. So my friend writes the number down and then calls the number, and sure enough, this dude answers. And he goes, "Hello, who's this?" And my friend goes, "Are you trying to hack Luna?" And the dude just goes, "How'd you get this number? Who is this?" And my friend goes, "I'm Luna's friend. Why are you trying to hack my good friend Luna?" And he's like, I'm not trying to hack him. I just got his number." And my friend's like, "Oh yeah? Why are you harassing him, threatening all these awful things to him? Also, it's not really a good idea to use a Cash App that has the same @ as your Twitter. And that same Twitter, you posted your real name and real phone number 4 years ago. So yeah, man, you're not really a good hacker. Like, you're kind of bad at your job." And this kid starts freaking out. He's like, "Guys, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Seriously, like, I'll knock it off. Just please leave me alone." So I made him a deal. I'm like, "Look, man, I'll leave you alone if you promise me a couple things. You have to leave me alone, and you have to leave everybody else that you're messing with alone. Like, get rid of your Twitters that you're using to scare people. Get rid of your social media that you're using to scare people. Just be a normal person on the internet, man. Like, you don't have to use the internet to try and scare people and blackmail them to give you money." And he's like, "Yeah, you're right. It's fucked up. I'm sorry." I was like, "How old are you?" He's like, "I'm 17. I'm like, "Man, you're almost an adult. Like, seriously, you gotta stop that." And he promised me that he would leave me alone and leave everybody else alone. And from that point on, we hung up. I changed my phone number. I changed all my passwords. For the second time that day, I'd already changed them right when I found out that my phone number was compromised. But yeah, I changed everything. I changed my phone number, and he didn't bother me ever again. And actually, believe it or not, he checked in with me a month later. He DM'd me on Twitter because I had my DMs open. And he was like, "Hey man, this is the same dude that messed with you a month back. Like, just to let you know, I'm not messing with anybody, and thank you for changing my life." And I was like, wow, like, no problem, man. So yeah, he seems to be on a good path. I hope he still is. And yeah, moral of the story is, don't mess with people. Don't hack them. Don't threaten them. Don't scare them. It's not nice. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time. If you did, leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.
I can't play the sidelines, really sing these flaws of mine. Tea leaves help my thoughts align. I need to let go. Open doors like suicide, keeping me from living life. Tea leaves help my thoughts align. Think I'm too close to you.